Well, hello again, everyone out there in my beloved YouTube space and possible unknown in Netland. And I'm here, I'm Alex, and I'm completely sober right now. And it wasn't so for the recent time. You might saw me, you know what I'm saying. I was kind of doing my rant on while being on beer, but I don't care. I don't care about those stuff at all. I was just I was just checking myself out to how I was able to speak, like being like slightly influenced by some dosage of alcohol, you know what I'm saying, and everything went pretty good from my standpoint, and like regardless whether I were on some beer or were not on some beer, I was able to do my fluency practice at pretty decent level, I should say, and the pace of my speech was kind of, I don't know, maybe middle and maybe a little bit lower than that, but it wasn't so bad in my eyes, you know what I'm saying. And hear me again, like full of energy, and I'm lively, I'm effervescent and bubbly and so on, and I'm here again to do my current rant as always. And if you might know about, I'm kind of manic about my English, and I'm trying to advance my personal English theme with every tool in shed. I'm so big about my English, not about particularly my English, but about exploring unknown territories in some gray areas, maybe, as for my learning process, excuse me. And I do some mistakes, I'm stumbling on my words every now and then, I know that, but I'm still fluent. And fluent as it comes to me in a more deeper way than it was before, and I'm just trying to do those bunch of my current ramblings, you know what I'm saying, and I'm so persistent and I'm determined person about that. Don't even try to stop me of doing this, because just it's my thing, it's my way of speaking, it's my rugged free English in a way, you know what I'm saying, and it's always been, and I'm trying to keep my pace, I mean the pace of my speech, not lower than a certain level. I try to keep up the level of my speech more corresponding, more to be related to the native rate of speech, you know what I'm saying. And in my endeavor of doing this, I see very clearly that I'm nearing my beloved goal of being fluent completely, you know what I'm saying. And the only estimator of those processes of mine would be only me. Only me. I should compare myself only to me myself in order to see my progress with more clear eyes, and to spot some mistakes that I do make mistakes, I know that, as I told you previously, as I mentioned in this very episode even, and I'm still on my way up, I guess. And what about being fluent? What should I say, you guys? It's not it's not one of those things that's corny or not significant, and I should say it again and again in order to be more like unchained, more at ease about your speaking process. All you should do is to be aware of the main tool to unleash your free English is to speak more, even in front of yourself, as I'm doing right now, and I'm doing in front of you, my possible beloved viewers and my possible newcomers to my channel, and my possible followers, and my even succeeders in all the way, you know what I'm saying. And that's my thing. And what I should speak about, I don't know in particularities. I even don't know about this in general, what I should say about. And let's just I give you a quick recap of what happened recently. I mean, even this very day that I passed, and everything is in place, and everything followed its own right course, and I was pretty contented with what happened today. I wouldn't mention it for the how many, maybe 18th time in this series of my video that I'm a regular of. Okay, let's mention it again. I'm like a leader of translation club. I'm just a frequenter of some other English speaking activities that happen to be every now and then at any places spread out throughout our vast vicinities of our city, I should say. and I'm trying to use all vocabulary that I know, and to do that fluently and confidently without speaking. And interesting stuff that I noticed recently was that I hadn't to translate those things that I'm following these days. As I told you previously, I'm a frequenter of watching activities as for my Bloomberg channel watching process, and as I'm following Bloomberg channel, it comes to me in a completely different way that it was before, and I shouldn't translate those things they say out of the screen, you know what I'm saying? And is this I stopped to perceive my English language as a foreign language for me. It's a part of me from this moment forward, you know what I'm saying? And from this moment forward, I'm able to express myself fluently in my English and to speak about whatever at any given moment, even in the midst of the night. I checked it myself. I'm able to do that, I'm telling you. And I'm just kind of bragging. I'm bragging, I know. I'm sharing with you guys, with my possible viewers, with this personal stuff about myself. And why not to share if you are just about to advance something, advance some of your abilities, to reach new heights in your life, to share with the right approach to do that, you know what I'm saying? And as for my English learning, that's clear. As for other points of my being on earth, I should say, I am pretty frank. I'm just straight going. I'm effervescent at some moments. I'm sad at some moments. I'm just a regular human being, you know. I may be simultaneously like slightly sad, slightly disappointed, and at the same time I can be just full of energy and able to sustain whatever it would be, sustain and to proceed further and to even support any crazy ideas that you might like mention any crazy ideas that you can mention in front of me. I'm for all the crazy things in this world, you know what I'm saying? And that's the way I've always been, excuse me. And it doesn't go so smooth for me at every time, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't go so smooth, and I'm still on it. And sometimes I'm wondering to myself, how can I like when I get all this energy to do all those processes of mine as pertaining to my English speaking and learning thing, and you might ask the same questions for me, and you may ask the same questions about my learning process. And what if I tell if all the energy that I have to do that is the thing exactly that inspires me from my inside? It burns within me, it like expands to every cell in my body, and I feel it very clearly. It's kind of true ingrained inspiration of mine, you know what I'm saying? It's just the natural thing, and it was from the very point of my birth on this earth. And as I remember myself, I've always been like very I should say insistent and very attentive about my English, and it gives me certain results, as I see. And I should say, guys, do the same in your lives. Whatever would you want to pursue in your lives, be persistent, be determined about what you want to expand about yourself, and stay on it, keep doing that, carry on, and everything eventually will fall into place, you know what I'm saying? And not to weary too much, but still I wanna just give you slightly more about my current speaking, because I'm craving for new materials, I'm craving for new ideas that surrounds me at every given moment of my life. It's not only about my English learning process, it's not exactly apples to apples, you know what I'm saying? It just concerns vast area of things, vast array of things that I'm exploring nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I'm exploring just so many materials, as you might even not know about that. I'm exploring time and space and human being relevance and the theory of relevancy, the theory of relativity, the theory of the quantum mechanics, the theory of some other multi-universe connected things. You know what I'm saying? I've always been interested person about those things, about those unclear areas for me. I do my exploring process about how universe works, about how we gonna learn more about our being in this world, I mean in this universe, how we can create new things for ourselves, how we can make our lives better in all the ways, you know what I'm saying? And with knowing this allows me to reach some steps. You know, I'm nearing my learning process, I'm nearing my all-knowing area with the tiny steps I undertake every day. Every day I do a little bit for nearing to my goal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so big on that, and I wish you the same. I wish you to be motivated enough to achieve whatever you want in your lives, and not to be like saying corny things. At least very this day. I'm gonna wrap it up in the nearest 7 seconds. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's it for tonight's short video. I'm so grateful that you might see my ramblings and follow them on a regular basis. And I wish you be in good shape, be wealthy, healthy, and to have all the things around this world, you know what I'm saying? And see you in a little while. Okay guys, see you soon, bye.